my name is Aaliyah and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour reading vlog where I read some manga. I haven't read that much before. I think I read a couple of the Warrior Cat manga books that came out when I was a kid, and I recently read a manga adaptation of a Star Wars book that I read, but other than that I really haven't read that much and I've been wanting to try to get into some of it. And one of my friends recently recommended Our Dreams at Dusk to me, so I got all 4 volumes of this series from the library. I think there's just 4 volumes. I hope there's just 4 volumes, otherwise I'm going to be missing something. So I'm going to be attempting to read all of these in the next 24 hours and I'm excited. I think it is going to be a little bit of an adjustment for me just because I'm so used to reading left to right. I'm going to have to get really used to reading right to left, but I'm excited to try this out. I know the main character of this is gay. I think he moves to a new town. That's kind of all I know about it, and I think that's kind of what I want to go in knowing. The tagline on the back is a beautiful tale of coming out and coming of age, so I'm excited to read this. My friend Izza really likes this, so I've been wanting to pick it up for a bit. And I've definitely never read a manga series before, so this is going to be my first time reading a manga series and one of the first times that I'm reading manga. I'm really excited to try this. Like I said, it might take me a little bit to get used to, but I'm excited to try manga out. I'm excited to see what the art style is. I really like the colors of these covers. We have a nice blue, a nice blue and pink, a nice orange, and a nice purple. I really like these kind of pastel covers. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get reading this. I just from force of habit opened it this way, which is backwards, and I like that they have little reading directions here for if you're unused to reading manga. But yeah, I accidentally opened the back and then I flipped a page and it was Our Dreams at Dusk, Volume 1, end. And I was like, nope, don't want to read that. So I'm going to open it from the correct direction this time. This is cute. There's a little table of contents here. Okay, I'm only a couple pages in and I'm interested to see where this is going. The main character definitely is not out and he's kind of in the process of possibly being outed, so that's something he's really worried about. And I also want to say already, there are trigger warnings for homophobia and I think internalized homophobia, so that's definitely something that this is going to deal with, and I'm looking forward to seeing kind of how this handles the plot going forward. There's also another plot going on at the same time because I think there's currently a little bit of a flashback to something that happened at school with him possibly being about to be outed, and then there's a current plot line where he went to this place that's a drop-in center, and I'm not really sure what that is yet, but it looked kind of cozy. There were books everywhere. There was this cute overview shot that showed the room, and there's a stuffed octopus, I think, on the couch, which is really interesting. It's person size. That's a big stuffed octopus. But I'm intrigued to see kind of what this drop-in center is and then what's going on with the other plot. I already really feel for this main character. In response to some kids kind of thinking that he's gay, he says something homophobic, but he thinks later, I could have just said I'm not what they think I am, but I'm so scared of anyone learning my secret that I went and blurted out a word that really hurts when someone says it to me. I am really feeling for this character so far, and I really hope that I get to see him kind of go on a journey of self-acceptance, and I think that is going to happen, and I'm really excited to see it. Okay, I finished chapter 1, now on to start chapter 2. So far, there has been some really interesting setup, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where else this goes. Also, I saw a character in the background that I think I recognized from the cover of a later volume in the series, so I think they'll become more important. So I'm a little intrigued about that. Definitely trigger warning for homophobic slurs in this. There was just a scene where the main character is really overwhelmed and kind of a lot of people are talking about him, and I really liked the art in that part because it made everything look sort of distorted and just kind of made it seem like the main character was kind of just going through everything really off and kind of overwhelmed, and I really liked how the art accentuated his feelings. This book is making my heart hurt for this main character. I just want him to be happy. I really hope that this series is kind of a journey of self-acceptance and other people's acceptance for him. I like this so far. It's intriguing. The whole plotline with the drop-in center right now is kind of weird, and I'm interested to see where that is going. And I'm really interested to see where else the story goes beyond just this first volume. There's sapphics. There are background sapphics. I'm excited. The sapphics are actually really important to the plot and a huge part of the plot, and I was not expecting that. So I am very happy about that. I really like them. I like their story, and I'm interested to see where that goes. I'm really enjoying this. So I finished volume 1. I really liked it. Near the end, I was like starting to tear up, both from like slightly sad tears, slightly happy tears, like just emotions. I don't know, mix of emotions. And then something happened at the very end, and I was like, what? Who's that? What's happening? What? So I'm very glad that I have the other volumes, because I'm about to go ahead and pick up volume 2 now, because what? If you've read any of these, I would love to hear your thoughts on them, so please comment and let me know what you think. I am going to, oh, I think volume 2 is about to tell me more about this thing I'm confused about, based on the cover. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up volume 2. At the beginning of volume 1, there was like one page in color, but for volume 2, we've got the cover page, and then we've got like a couple pages in color, and we got like this. This is really pretty, so I like that. So this volume is focusing on another side character, and I'm interested to see kind of what happens with that. Also, the main character has a crush, and I'm interested to see if that's going to turn into something, if this series is going to have a romance in it, or if it's just going to kind of be more focused on the main character's journey. Volume 2 so far is getting more in depth about some stuff, and it's also talking about labels and things like that, and I wasn't expecting this much of a conversation about different identities in these mangas, so I'm really enjoying these, and I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what else gets discovered, because I have 2 more volumes after this, and volume 3 looks like it's about the same length as volume 2, but volume 4 is a little longer. So I'm interested to see kind of where this is going to go. I was not expecting the number of homophobic slurs that are in these. The series has a lot of like cute and lighthearted moments, but also definitely some way more difficult moments and slurs that get yelled out by people, so that is definitely something you should know going in and kind of be prepared for, because honestly I was not prepared, so it was very shocking, and it's from multiple different characters at multiple different times too. I finished volume 2. I'm going to pick up volume 3 now. I'm intrigued to see where else this story is going, because I think based on the cover I know who volume 3 is going to focus on, and I'm interested to see kind of what happens with that. I wasn't expecting this series to make me feel so many emotions. It is exploring things really in depth, and I don't know, I guess I just didn't know that much about it, and I didn't know what to expect, but I am liking this. I definitely want to try some more manga in the future, so if anyone has some recommendations, let me know, especially if it is queer. I would especially be interested in queer manga, so let me know if there are any good ones that you have read and enjoyed. So I'm about halfway through, because I finished volumes 1 and 2, now I have 3 and 4. The 4 is a bit longer, so I guess I'm a little less than halfway through. But I really like how each of these books, while it keeps kind of the same main character, it does focus on different side characters in each volume. The first one kind of focused mostly on the main character, but also on that sapphic couple, and there are a bunch of other side characters as well. Volume 2 focused on another side character, and it looks like Volume 3 is going to focus on yet another one, and based on the cover of Volume 4, I think it's going to focus on other characters. So I really like that we're getting to explore all of the different characters in this series. Alright, I finished Volume 3. I liked this one also. I think I might have liked it a little bit less than Volumes 1 and 2, but I still enjoyed this. I'm now trying to figure out how to talk about these future volumes without spoiling anything from Volume 1 or Volume 2, because we're getting to the point that I feel like I can't say that much without giving a lot away of what happened, so I'm going to try to be vague. There were a couple other characters focused on in here. I'm really glad we're getting to see more from different side characters. I'm excited for Volume 4 because I believe it's the last volume in this series, and also I think it's going to focus more on my favorite lesbian side characters, so I'm excited for that. I'm curious to see how I feel about Volume 4 wrapping the story up, because I am not quite sure how I'll feel about that, because there's definitely some more I want from some characters that were in this volume and Volume 2. I just want to see more from their stories, so I'm hoping that that gets explored in Volume 4. If it doesn't, I think I'll be a little bit bummed, but I am interested to now read Volume 4. Okay, I've been trying not to read the backs of these because I don't want to know what each book is about and kind of just go into them, but I glanced at the back of this and kind of accidentally read it. I know, I don't know how I can accidentally read something, but I read the back. And this says it is the final volume of the series, so I'm really excited to see how this is going to close out. Also, I'm really glad I decided to read a series because I like this. So it's gotten me more used to reading manga and reading from right to left, and I'm actually struggling a lot less than I thought I was going to do with that. I've definitely accidentally read the wrong panel or the wrong words first because I'm so used to reading left to right. But other than that, I'm not really having a hard time with it, so I am definitely enjoying this experience, and I will definitely be reading more manga in the future. I'm excited for this book. I'm excited to see how everything is going to wrap up, and I think there's another couple of side characters whose stories are going to get explored in this one, so I'm excited to see that. So I finished Volume 4. I may have teared up a bit reading this. I thought this was a really good conclusion. I'm sad because I want to read more about these characters. I want more. I want more from this. That's not to say it was a bad conclusion, because I think it does conclude things nicely and has a bit of open-ended of, you know, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next, but that's not a bad thing. I'm just sad because I want to read more about these characters, because I've gotten connected to these characters and to this story, and I want more. I definitely recommend this series. I think it's really good. So it is just 4 volumes, and it was pretty quick for me to read all of these. This was going to be a 24-hour reading vlog, but I finished these in like half a day because they were pretty quick to read, and I really enjoyed reading these. I think I will want to read them again at some point in the future, and I definitely want to read more manga. I also want to find out if this author has written anything else. I don't know if they have. I don't really know anything about them, and I'm going to go look them up after this. Yeah, I really enjoyed these. Last volume made me cry. I mean, I do cry very easily at things, but these were good. Something I really like about this is all the characters are really complex, they're messy, they make mistakes, they do bad things because they feel things strongly, or they do bad things to protect themselves, and I just thought they were very realistic characters, and I really liked that aspect. There was a bit of a like mysterious magical element to it that was never fully explained, and it made it quite kind of whimsical, and I really liked that. This definitely made me feel a lot of emotions. I wish there were more. I really enjoyed these. Yeah, I definitely recommend this series. Please let me know if anyone else has read this, because I don't know anyone who's read the entire series. My friend that recommended these to me had only read volume 1, so I don't know anyone who's read the whole series. If you have made it this far in the video, let's say leave me some sort of like pastel colored emoji, some emoji that reflects the colors of these covers. They just have really nice colors to them. I really like that. Let me know if you read and enjoyed any manga, because like I said, I want to read more manga. I am now looking for recommendations, so please let me know of some favorites if you read manga. I'm really excited. I decided to read this whole series. I was originally just going to check out volume 1, especially because I haven't read that much manga and I didn't really know much about it, and I was unsure if I was going to like it, but I did like it, and I liked this whole series, so I'm very glad I read it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like, and you can also subscribe to my channel to see me talk about books. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. And oh, now I'm dropping things. Oh. I was thinking I could have just said, I'm sorry if you can hear children screaming. I live in an apartment building, and multiple apartments near me have children that like to scream. And I'm really looking forward. Oh my god, that was a child screaming.